anybody there?
I don't know why it's not. Is there anybody there? Oh, there we go, we're on there now. Let's make that bigger so we can see that. No, that's not it. That's what I want it to be. Let's put the volume on that down. Otherwise that'll come up loud. Afternoon everybody, welcome to our Bakery Company and Cake Live. Let us know if you're there, let us know if you're watching, say hello in the comments, just so that we know we're not sitting here talking to ourselves. We'll just give it a couple of minutes just to see what we've got and who we've got. This looks like we've got 3 people watching, so we'll just move that a bit there, so we'll just see what's what, who's there. So if you're there, say hello in the comments, let us know that you've got your brew and your cake and what cake you've got, and we can start with the company part once we know we've got our tea and cake. And also let us know if you can actually see us and hear us, because otherwise I say we, there's only one of us making any noise at the minute. Can't see comments box. Okay, I don't know why. Oh yeah. Hi Reg and Jane, they've worked out how to talk to us. Afternoon to you both. The comment box is there, Anne, you've just got to find it. There should be, it's on my phone, it's like a little speech bubble, you have to click on it and then you can add a comment. See, it's been such a long time since we've done one of these, everyone's forgot how to do it. Hi Jan, afternoon to you, thank you for joining us. What was it? It would have been June, I think, last year when we did our last one, wouldn't it? We did 3 last year, and I think we did April, May, and June. So, yeah, it's been a long while. We've got a lot of catching up to do with people. So, we're gonna forget what we're supposed to do as well, aren't we? Really, but I've got a cup of coffee, Mum's got a cup of tea, and we've got lemon and lime marmalade cake and cherry sponge. So that's what we've got.
No, it's cherry Madeira.
Cherry Madeira. The first time you speak up and it's just literally just to contradict me.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. Well done, Jan. You beat Anne to it this time. And Anne's brain's obviously gone to mush, so she's forgotten what she's doing. So yeah, last June was the last one we did, and obviously lots happened since then. We went back to work for a little while in August. Hi Anne, you've made it. We can see you there now. Went back to work in August. So we did August, September, October. We were shut again for the whole of November for another lockdown. And then there was December, but we don't talk about December, do we?
No.
We started back on the, 8th of December? No. Whatever date it was, I forget now. And we had no water for a whole week, thanks to an issue with the water main, which we won't go into. And we got that fixed. We opened the next week, and then we had no phone line for 4 days. And then we only had a few more days before we broke up for Christmas anyway, so we don't talk about December. So out of the last, 12 months, we've worked 6 of them maybe altogether. We did August, September, October, sort of did December, but we did January and February and half of March. So almost 6 months out of the last 12 we've worked. So it's not been great, to be fair, has it? So not a lot been happening with us really at the tea room, other than things breaking. Jane and Reg have got coffee and mince pies from out of the freezer left over from Christmas, and a slice of heavenly chocolate cake that Reg made yesterday. Ooh, impressed. Hello Tina and Gloria. Hi Sharon, nice for you to join us. Thanks for popping in. No, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we haven't really done much at the bakery. So everything really we've done has just been stuff at home. So obviously we've had Christmas, which was quite nice. With having November off, we actually had time to sort of get ready for it this year, didn't we? And although we couldn't go shopping, we got all of our Christmas shopping done online and everything done. I'd never been this organised before. Everything was done and wrapped and sorted well before, whereas normally last minute I'm like, I don't know what to do. But I was all sorted this year, which was quite nice. And you managed to get your baking and things done that you wanted to get done. Mm. And the housework that we always do prior to Christmas, even though we never have anybody visit us anyway, apart from Father Christmas, obviously. He's the only person that comes to our house.
Yeah, I've still got Christmas presents.
And we've still got Christmas presents to dish out.
From my friend at Peterborough.
What have we got here? We've got Anne's really gone to town with her cake making today. Okay, let us know what she's made. I know when we saw her the other day, she said she's got to get back because she's got to make some cake. So let us know what she's made. Afternoon, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. Anne's just sent me a picture of her cake that she's made. Oh wow. Now you guys can't see this, but there's like little buns with like butter icing and a peach or apricot on the top, and like is that a fruit slice of some sort, and cookies and chocolate covered profiteroles. So yeah, Anne's proper gone to town on her cake making. This makes our little slices of Madeira look a bit sad, really. But then, having said that, I'm on a massive diet. Can't be helped. I'm on a massive diet. I'm going to have a little piece of cake today, and it would be the only naughty thing I've had all week.
And here it is, only Wednesday.
Yeah, I know it's only Wednesday, but that's really good for me, because normally I'll be like, oh, I'll have a bit of scone, I'll have some, we've still got Christmas chocolate left over, I have a couple of chocolates, and then I have a couple more chocolates, and then I have a couple more chocolates, and then I think, I'm just going to take a handful with me, and then, yeah, it's...
two big Toblerone.
Yeah, okay. So let us know if you've got chocolate left over from Christmas. I was talking to my friends on across Facebook the other day, and some of them had and some of them hadn't. I got a massive 750 gram white Toblerone for Christmas that Mum bought me, because I don't have Toblerone very often, because you don't see it very often, and I only like the white one. And I ate it within, like, I don't know, a week maybe.
Probably less than that.
And I went to Tesco's and they'd still got them in there, and I was like, oh, I'll get another one. So since Christmas I've eaten 2 huge great big Toblerones amongst all the other stuff, and so yeah, I'm on a diet now. The other thing that didn't help, in January I started walking a lot more, and I was doing quite well, and then some of you may know, because I did put it on the Facebook page, I got a really bad heel pain, plantar fasciitis, and it was so painful, and I didn't walk for the whole of the rest of January basically, but I have just started tentatively exercising again. So I went out for a walk yesterday, and I did my shopping on Monday, so hopefully with my walking and my not eating loads of crap, I'll lose some of this weight again. Let's just catch up on some of these comments. Oh, it's just flipped up there. I thought you see that. Judith. Afternoon, Judith. Nice of you to join us. And that one flipped up as well. Rebecca said, can't wait for you to reopen, best place in the area. Thank you, that's very kind of you to say that. We're getting frustrated not being able to open and to see everybody. Jane reckons we're all going around to Anne's with that massive display of cake that she's made. Peanut butter cookies. Yeah, you haven't made them for a while, have you?
No.
Bread pudding, it looks different because all my cooking has to be gluten-free. Yes. Yeah, you do all your gluten-free cooking, and that's... I tried gluten-free once when somebody requested something, and I found the flour really difficult to work with. I made, I think it was scones, weren't they? Gluten-free scones. And I read that you had to put extra liquid in to counteract the lack of gluten in the flour. And it made them all squishy and flat. So I haven't really kind of worked at perfecting my gluten-free cooking, so I might have to come and tap you up sometime for some tips so that we can do maybe a bit more of that at the bakery, because I know there's a lot of people that can't have gluten now. So yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, lots of cakes going on everywhere. As I say, let us know whether you've still got Christmas chocolate left over.
And Christmas cake.
Oh yeah, Christmas cake. Yeah, but in fairness, you see, we sell the Christmas cakes on behalf of Hardwick Cakes and Celebrations, that's what she's called. We sell them for my friend, we sell them on behalf of her. And then for doing that, every year she makes us a big square. We have one of the big square ones. And that went, I think my brother ate most of that though, to be fair. And then there were about three little ones left on the counter, and I messaged her and I was like, what do you want us to do with these leftover Christmas cakes? And she was like, oh, I'll give them away to somebody or whatever. And
well,
yeah,
we didn't see anybody.
We didn't see anybody. Well,
we
that's
was
what
on lockdown.
Yeah, but that's your excuse.
No,
you were like, let's take them home and eat them.
I don't have a lot of cake.
I think Mark's ate quite a lot of them as them as well. So yeah, Christmas cake, Christmas chocolates all left. But that's, yeah, it's difficult, isn't it, when you're stuck at home with nothing to do but eat. So
no, you can do your knitting, or I can.
Well, you've just finished one of your projects, so what are you going to do now?
Knit another one, but not like that, not that size.
And anyway, let's be honest, you haven't been completely doing knitting, have you?
No. I've been playing tipping point.
So for Christmas, I bought Mum a tablet. It's quite a basic one, but I got her a tablet for Christmas. Now, she's not the best with technology. She can work the remote control through the Skybox and everything, and she can do stuff on her phone. But very often, anything other than that, it's like, oh, it's too technical, can't do that. And very often I'd be sitting playing on my phone, doing something, and she'd be like, oh, I wish I had something like that to do. And I kept thinking about it, and I thought, I don't know, is she going to be able to manage it? It's a bit, you know. So anyway, I got this tablet for Christmas. I set it up Boxing Day, downloaded a couple of games off the Google Play, and yeah, I haven't seen her since.
You have? When anything goes wrong?
Yeah.
When I press the wrong button?
When you press the wrong button.
Or lose the lottery results.
So the first game we went through was Tipping Point, because she loves Tipping Point on the telly. And when we used to go to the seaside, we always had to go to the 2-penny shover machines. So I thought, well, give Tipping Point a go. It's quite straightforward. It's quite a simple format game. We can manage that. So we had a bit of problem pressing the touch screen, but we sorted that out because I got one of the little I don't know what they're called really, the little rubber tipped things, and set her off with that, and that's it. She's away now. Very often I'll perhaps be upstairs and I'll think, who the hell is she talking to? And she's there going, oh, I left them on that edge and now you've got them. But I'm glad that I was able to get her something that she's enjoyed, especially probably during a stylus. That's the one, Anne. Yeah, especially during the lockdown. You could probably knit all the time, but you've got to kind of keep your brain active as well. And some of the stuff that she knows now that she didn't know before is brilliant. Like if I said, how many times has Tom Cruise been nominated for an Oscar?
3.
3. You go. You can look that up. Google that. You know. And so she's keeping her brain active as well. So that's quite good. We'll just have a quick look at these comments. We've got Reg has still got 1.5 boxes of chocolate liqueurs.
Oh, my favourite.
Of the 3 boxes he got. Wow, yeah, you quite like liqueurs, don't you? Any particular sort? Are they whiskey ones or mixed ones or what else? I think that's all the comments we've read there. So let us know if there was anything as well that anything particularly special that you got for Christmas, because this is how far behind everyone is. Leanne's just joined us. Brilliant, love this. Best wishes to you both. Hi Leanne. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you. Anne knows somebody who's been knitting a lot. Judith's got chocolate vanilla cupcakes from Becky. They're very nice. Good. Everyone's got cake then. So the other hot topic at the moment, obviously, is the vaccines. So Mum went for her vaccine last Friday, wasn't it? So how did you find it?
Fine, apart from the wait. I have to queue up half an hour.
I mean, everything's been quite good at everything's been quite good at Doddington. We've been seeing some really positive comments over there, and the amount of people that they're having to vaccinate, I think they're doing a fantastic job. I know they had some technical problems and stuff, but really and truly, I think they're doing brilliantly. And say, I got the text through on the Sunday, didn't I? I went online straight away, booked your appointment, and we took you on the Friday, and you got vaccinated. It looked like half of Chatteris was there, to be honest. I sat in the car park, and I was like, oh, I know them. Oh, I know them. Oh, I know them as well. It looks like half of Chatteris were there.
Yeah, but poor old Pearl's got to go to Huntington.
Yeah, that's the thing. We know we're sort of catching up with various people, and we know several people have gone, several people have booked to go. But Pearl, who a lot of you will know, she used to work with us at the bakery till a few years ago, and she still comes in quite often now. For some reason, she's got to go all the way to Huntingdon. She's got to go to the Orchard Tree Centre. I think sure it's Orchard Tree Centre in Huntingdon, and that's tomorrow. So that doesn't seem quite fair, really. I mean, it's not.
Well, my brother got a letter this morning. He'd got to go to Northampton.
No, it wasn't Northampton.
Where were
it? Was Kings Lynn.
No, it was Northampton.
It wasn't Northampton. It was Kings Lynn. Excuse me. I promise you.
I'm sure he said.
I know it was Kings Lynn. Jan's obviously been knitting a lot. Jane said the liqueurs are famous names and they're mixed ones. Oh, so they're posh. They're posh in that Tibbetts household, you know. Jan had her vaccine on Friday as well. Good stuff. Hope you got on okay. You didn't have any side effects, did you? You said your arm was a little bit stiff, and you slept most of the evening. But that's not massively unusual. But you did seem more tired than usual. But to be honest, it's a small price to pay, isn't it? So Michelle's joined in. Hi, how is everyone? Hi, Michelle. Hope you're keeping safe and well. Let us know what cake you've got, if you've got cake. If you haven't got cake, what are you doing accompanying cake, to be fair? We've got our cherry Madeira and our lemon and lime sponge.
It's not a sponge, it's a Madeira.
What difference does it make?
It does.
Why?
Because it does.
But it's cake.
I know it's cake.
But it's a sponge cake.
No, it's not. It's a cake. There's a difference between a sponge and a cake.
That's me told. Yeah, that's me told. Jan just said, it seems that people who booked after receiving a letter are having to go to Huntingdon. Those who received a text from the doctors went to Doddington. Oh, okay. I suppose they've got to try and filter in as many people as possible. Judith had hers yesterday as well. Nice one, Judith. Hope you got on okay and didn't have any side effects. Although, let's be honest, even if you do, they're probably nominal compared to potentially what could happen if you had the coronavirus. So Jan agrees with you. I don't know. Is that about the sponge / Madeira?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you're the chef.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, just in a colloquial term, it's a sponge cake, isn't it, of towns?
No.
Michelle's got lemon drizzle cake. Nice. That's your favourite though, so that doesn't surprise me. You haven't mellowed much during lockdown, Jane has said. I think to do with having an old type mobile. Yeah, Jan agrees with you with sponge versus Madeira. Okay, I stand corrected. I apologise, ladies. Oh dear, I think that's all. We didn't miss any comments there, did we? No, I don't. What's to do with having an old type mobile? I don't understand that. But so let us know what you've been doing in the lockdown. Anyway, I mean, I found this one a bit more difficult than the first one. The first one, dare I say, I quite enjoyed it. I was able to go out and do my photography, and the weather was quite nice. Obviously, we had spring and the summer, and they weren't as strict. So I was able at certain times to meet up with some of my guys from the camera club, and we used to go out. This one, obviously, the weather's rotten. It's been cold and wet, and you're not really allowed to go out as much this one as you were first time around. So finding this one a bit more difficult, to be honest. Is it any different for you, or?
Well, not really.
No.
I've been knitting. I knitted my brother a very large pullover.
I don't suppose really from the first one it's changed much for you though, has it? Not really. The first one I went out a lot more, sort of during the daytimes and stuff. And this one I've not been out much at all, apart from the odd walk and that. So yeah, I found this one a lot more difficult. So let us know what you've been doing for this, what we are on our third official lockdown now, because we had the whole of the spring into the summer the first year, and then we had November. So this is the third official lockdown. The only thing I have really, somebody said this to me the other day, I seem to be substituting people for birds. So I seem to have come up with these new things of feeding the birds. So I make all my own fat balls now. And the weekend we had some veg and potatoes left over from our Sunday lunch, and I was like mashing all them up and arranging all them out, and I put them out. And I read online that birds can eat eggshells, and so I washed and cooked them and smashed them up and put them out. And someone said to me, you're basically substituting feeding your customers with now feeding the birds. It's when I start putting the things out and garnish them with parsley and things that I've really got to start worrying. But
well, you stuck a load of.
Actually, this is true. Yeah, I spent, was it yesterday afternoon or Monday afternoon?
Yesterday.
Was it
Because you didn't buy it on Monday.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon. I spent about 10-15 minutes. I threaded an apple onto a piece of string and then spent 15 minutes poking holes into it and shoving seeds into all these holes to hang up for the birds.
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds. That's how obsessive I'm getting with looking after my birdies. So let's just go back and catch up on some of these comments. Jane had her jab this morning. Reg had his on Saturday. That's good. Excellent. It seems to be getting round a lot of people. Last year was good for gardening, actually. Yeah, we did a bit more gardening last year, but it's been so wet this year. Our garden at the moment has got an impromptu water feature. It won't be there once it dries out, obviously, but have you come up with any new colouring ideas for when you reopen? Not yet, Tim, because I've not planned anything, because we've got no idea when even we might be able to open. If it's within the next couple of months, we're sort of looking at spring items, whereas if it's not till May time, we might be looking at sort of summer items. So yeah, I've not even really thought about menus and stuff when we go back. It also depends on what limitations we might have as well, because after the first lockdown, when we started back again, we decided to keep everything quite minimalistic so that we didn't have too much stock in and we didn't have too much stuff on the menus, because we knew we weren't going to be as busy. and because we didn't know how long we were going to be before we went into another lockdown. So when we did go into the November lockdown, we actually didn't waste quite as much stock as we did first time around, did we? Because we'd sort of prepared for it. So we're not coming up with any culinary ideas yet for when we reopen. Rest assured, all the old favourites will still be there. Saturday breakfasts in particular, which I know you're quite partial to. Jan has been decorating and knitting. She's got more decorating to do before the good weather for gardening. Yeah, because your garden is quite stunning and quite big. Michelle's going to shock everybody by saying she's been doing loads of sewing. Not. You had a break over Christmas. She's back on it now. That's good because you've got a shop, an online shop to fulfil with all your stuff. What sort of birds are we then? Have you given us all a bird name? No, not yet. Not yet. I might have to, I don't know.
That'd be a variety, wouldn't that?
Well, I mean, to be honest, most of what I get here, though, in the garden are starlings. I'm going to have to just put that charger cable on because if not, that's going to cut out. I mostly get starlings in the garden and...
Sparrows.
Yeah, but mostly starlings, and they predominantly are like teenagers because they squabble. They're just like.
And we've got a little robin that sings.
There's a little robin that sings to us all the time. He's very sweet. I have seen a great tit.
And you've got a woodpecker on the lawn.
We did have a woodpecker, but that was like last year. She just came for a sort of passing through visit, and obviously there's all the little tree sparrows. But that's about it really. Oh, and pigeons and collared doves. Who is a cuckoo? I can't think of anybody. I can't really say that any of them would relate to birds that I could think of in that way. That I could compare anybody.
I could think hard and think of a cuckoo.
You probably could if we had a bit more time to think about it. Michelle's put she loves robins, yeah. I could just stand in the garden and listen to this little robin chirping away for ages. It's so lovely, and that's one of the best things I've discovered about this lockdown. When the first one started, back in March last year, and I started taking notice, in what was outside, because I had hedgehogs visit in the evening, and I had all these birds visiting. I'd never really taken any notice of them before. And I have now, and I sat out there the other day with my camera, and there weren't many to photograph, but it was just lovely listening to them all chirping away. And the robin is lovely, isn't he? Mm. You can see his little beak and the sound coming out. Jane's asked if I've done the big garden bird watch at the weekend. I did, actually, and it was a damp squib because I've filled all the feeders up. I put all my homemade fat balls out. I topped the other bits and pieces up, and I sat out there. I took my camera out there as well with my big lens on it because I thought if they're coming, I want to try and get some photos of them. And I sat out there for the hour, and I saw a collared dove, 2 sparrows, and the robin that was in next door's tree, and he flew over our garden and then just landed on the fence, and that was all I saw in an hour. And I thought, well, that was a waste of time. 10 minutes later, we came in and we sat down. We were having our Sunday lunch, and I sort of sit there and I looked out of the window, and there was like 12 starlings fighting over the fat balls. And I said to Mum, they literally do it on purpose. They're literally doing it on purpose. So the weekend of the bird watch, no.
What she's forgetting to tell you is they all come early in the morning when she's still in bed.
Yeah, probably. That's probably the case. Jill's just joined us and said we're both looking well. Thank you, Jill. Nice of you to join us. Hope you're okay and Mum's okay. What you can't actually see on here is I've got a really swollen eyelid today. It doesn't show up on the film, so I'm not looking that well, to be honest. Not close up.
It does show up.
Does it? I don't know. I can't. It perhaps does a bit, yeah. But I don't know what I've done there, but it's puffy today. It always works out that way. Yeah, it's typical Jane. It's like if days when I go out to sit out there with my camera, I can guarantee that there won't be any birds at all. They just stay out of the way. And the minute I put the lens cap on and come back in, they're there. It's just, I'm sure they do it on purpose. They like teasing me. But I look after them anyway. So I say at the moment out there, they've got, I need to make some more fat balls actually. They've got mashed potato with peas and carrots in. There's another dish of the eggshells out there. There's the apple with the sunflower seeds on. There's a coconut half. There's the peanuts. I've also got some spaghetti ready to go out for them that we had. What day did we have spaghetti? Monday night?
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday night we had spaghetti. Well, I've chopped all that up and that can go out for them. And then there's some baby sweet corn and some new potatoes left over from last night's dinner that they can have after that as well. So they're actually, they're spoilt around here at the minute.
And they got their apple.
I've said the apple.
Oh, right.
But what I was thinking I might do actually, depending, I might do it tomorrow, might actually do a video to show you my recipe for my fat balls, because I'm not doing any other cooking much at the minute, but the fat balls are an absolute hit. When I still had some left over from the shop, the pet shop, the Pet's Pantry, I was putting them out, sort of like one of the shop ones, one of my ones, one of the shop ones, and every day was the same, wasn't it? My ones went and the shop ones were the last ones that went. So I'm sorry, Pet's Pantry, but they like my homemade ones better than the shop ones. So I might do a video tomorrow to show you how I make my fat balls, just as a little extra for the page. It's a recipe with a difference for tomorrow. So I just had a little message ping up on my messenger. My friend Sarah, she can't join us properly because she's at work, but she's put, I'm not surprised because peas are yuck. I love peas. Peas are one of my favourite vegetables. Mark doesn't like peas though, does he? Either. So maybe they're like Mark and they just don't like peas.
I got some asparagus one using up as well.
I bought that for you. You were supposed to do that yesterday with the chicken.
I forgot.
Although I don't know what we're going to have tonight yet. Actually, I am cooking. I am cooking for people as well at the moment. I'm not just making food for birds at the moment. I have done quite a lot of cooking at home as well, haven't I?
Yeah, you did that chicken dish.
I did, because I do the shopping at the moment as well, I won't let Mum go to Tesco's. She's not supposed to go anyway, but we do go to Jack's on a Friday, don't we? Because it's not.
I sit in the car.
Well, not the couple of weeks ago you didn't, until they changed it to only one per trolley, and then. Yeah,
but there's lots of couples going.
But anyway, so I've been doing the shopping, and so when I go around, I'm thinking, oh, what can I get? What can we have for tea? And I sort of, if you're the same as we are, you think, oh, I get fed up knowing what to have for tea, and so I sort of. The thing is, there's three of us, and we all like different things. So my brother likes quite spicy stuff, doesn't he? Sort of Indian type things and curries and chilies and things. In fact, he's always got a bottle of chili sauce of some sort, habanero or chipotle or whatever they are, different ones, jalapeno. He's always got one on the go, and he'll always add it to his food when we have stuff. You and me don't like spicy.
I can't eat spicy.
You can't eat a lot of tomato-based stuff. I like stuff that you two don't like. Anyway, it's difficult when you're all different, but we all like to eat together. So it's difficult trying to find stuff. But I found this recipe online last 3 weeks ago, and it was chicken thighs. And they'd got leeks and peas and like a creme fraiche sauce.
And breadcrumbs. And
then just at the last stage before the end of the cooking, you top it all with breadcrumbs, and you're supposed to grill it, but I just finished it in the oven and it went sort of crispy in the oven. And that was really nice, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, you did have it. The
I did have
second
it
time.
eventually. The first time I was in Edinburgh, Hinchinbrook for 4 hours.
So I cooked this and really I spent all afternoon getting this meal ready, washing it, washing all the vegetables and washing all the leeks and doing everything. And I'd got some nice little baby new potatoes with it and everything. Spent all the afternoon slaving away. And from about 11 o'clock that morning, you hadn't felt very well, had you? You'd got a pain. And we attributed it to a hiatus hernia that Mum's had for quite a long time now, haven't you? My nan had one as well. And it's basically, it gives you sort of like indigestion because it's part of your intestine herniates out and it pushes up through your diaphragm and it gives you like indigestion. And so you'd had that since 11 o'clock in the morning and nothing you'd had made it feel any better, had it? And I kept saying, am I wasting my time making this food? You know, are you gonna be able to eat anything? Oh, I'll be all right. So it's all done. It's all in the oven. It's all ready. The potatoes are boiling away on the stove. And yeah, it was like, it'd gone on for what? 9 hours? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 hours you'd had this indigestion. And you were starting to get a bit concerned then, weren't you, that you'd never had it that long before. So we decided it'd be best to call 111. And they asked you loads of questions and then they decided they were sending out an ambulance. A main concern, right, when she's got an ambulance coming was, just have a quick tidy up. Mum, they're not going to be looking at whether you got a basket of washing on the side, seriously. And the other thing was, what if the neighbours see?
No, it's blue light.
Oh, I hope they don't come on a blue light. What are the neighbours going to think? Well, who cares? Who cares? It's nothing to do with anyone else. But that's the nature of people, isn't it? If they see an emergency vehicle, they're like twitchy curtains. Anyway, they came. There was 3 of them came. They were very nice. Did a ECG, and everything was normal. Blood pressure was normal. SATs were normal. I think your blood pressure might have been a little bit high actually at that time. And they said that although there was nothing to suggest there was any sort of heart event, they couldn't guarantee that there hadn't been one previously, and the only way that they could determine that was a blood test at hospital. So they strongly recommended she go to A&E. And I'm thinking, I've got this chicken in the oven. I've slaved away all afternoon, I've got chicken in the oven. Anyway, I had to take the potatoes off and I put them in a little dish. I covered them with foil, everything was in low. And off they carted her to Hinchinbrook A&E. Obviously, we weren't allowed to go. And they'd said, yes, Michelle, she did, but you should know by now that that's what she's like. Michelle put, you tidied up for the ambulance.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. And so, I forgot where I was now. What was I saying? So, yeah, they said it might be at least 4 hours. So my brother and I sat and had some chicken each, and it was really nice, but neither of us enjoyed it because we were wondering what was happening with this one. And I texted her and didn't get a reply. And then I texted again later on, still didn't get a reply. Well, by now I'm sort of doing my nut. So I think it was about 10 past. You went in at about what, 10 to 7, or was it later than that, or earlier than that rather?
Earlier than that.
10 to 7. No, it was probably 10 to 7 when they took you away, and then 10 past 11 at night. She finally rings me and says, "I'm out now. You can come and pick me up."
Yeah, but I tried to ring you.
She said, "But hurry up because I'm outside and I need a wee." The thing is, this was the thing, you see, they wouldn't let her stay inside and wait for me where it was warm. They were just like, "Yeah, you're done." Chucked her out.
Yeah, but I tried to ring you while I was in the cubicle.
You did try to ring me,
and
but
it said, what did it say?
Something about this service is not allowed or something.
Yeah, the call is not allowed.
So she did try to contact me, but
Twice.
But yeah, it didn't happen. So anyway, we got her home and
And my blood pressure was 200.
when they took your blood pressure in the A&E, it was over 200, but
Then it went down.
it was hardly surprising because you were probably worked up and whittling and all sorts of stuff. So it was quite. But anyway, so that was quite normal. So that was the first time I made that chicken dish, and I made it again last week, was it? So I have tried a bit of cooking. Tonight we've got pork steaks. There's some pineapple rings left over in the fridge from, we had gammon last week, and there's some pineapple rings left. And I'm going to make something with that, but I don't know what's going to go with it yet. So I am still cooking for people. That was how that story came about. Jan's put, good for you, Gloria. Yeah. You're probably not the only one that tidies up before the ambulance people come.
Well, if I hadn't moved the clothes basket off that chair, he couldn't have sat on it.
Yeah, the man wouldn't have been able to sit down, but it's just, yeah, it's... have you never in the past been offered an operation for your hernia? No. I've never mentioned it to you, have you? I know you, because you've had yours operated on, Jan, haven't you? I think you've had yours had twice now. So I hope that's going okay for you now. I know it was quite a big thing with not being able to eat for like 6 weeks and stuff. But no, they never mentioned it to you, did they? At all?
No.
It was just a case of putting you on what do they call? I don't know what sort of medication they call it, but there was omeprazole, and they've now changed it to lansoprazole. But they've never mentioned it. But yours has been getting worse lately a bit, hasn't it? Because you've had quite a few sort of flare-ups of it. But no, I did tell her she was supposed to ring the surgery today, because you'd had it. You had it that Thursday, then you had it again on the Sunday, and then you had it twinges twice this week, or within the last 7 days, not necessarily this week.
Last night.
And so I did tell you to ring the surgery this morning. Did you?
No.
We've been joined by a local celebrity now. Hi Johnny, hope you're doing okay. We're doing just dandy here. Judith's now switched over to a laptop. It's much easier now. So first op was excellent. Yeah, I really think you should speak to the doctors about your hernia, because it has been getting worse, and you've switched now to a lot more decaf tea and coffee.
Because they told me to.
They told you that at the hospital, didn't you? And there's just the other vice now to help ease it.
Yeah.
But you're working on that one, so I'm going to have to just plug that in, because I think that might run out in a minute. Yeah, that's it, plug that in. You don't want to suddenly disappear and wonder what we've done. So yeah, we seem to have a few more extra people joining us now. So good afternoon to you all. Thank you for stopping by. Those of you who don't know, this is our Company and Cake Live. We started doing them last spring, April I think we did our first one. When the tea room's open, once a month we have a little afternoon whereby people come along and we have tea and cake, endless quantities of it, and we basically just offer company for people. So very often we do jigsaws. Jigsaws are quite popular. The dominoes is always popular, but the beetle game is the one that everybody fights over, and it's just a little social thing for people to be able to not be on their own or whatever. And so when the pandemic started last spring, we thought we'd try and adapt our Company and Cake by doing this. So we sit here and waffle away.
I was going to say waffle.
Waffle away for an hour, and you sit in the comfort of your own home with your tea and cake, and hopefully we can entertain you and provide a little bit of company for you if you are on your own. And obviously at the moment with the pandemic, not being able to mix with other people, it's probably more important than ever. Johnny Spit, how are you so good at guessing who is under the mask on the TV show, Tina? I don't know. I guess I'm just clever. Okay, I'm clever. I got a few wrong last series. I did get a few wrong last series. There are some people that have got quite distinctive voices. I'm quite attuned to people's voices. It's like if people ring up at the tea room, very often I'll know who it is without them having... I just wondered what that noise was.
That was me.
Oh, I know who people are without them having to say, because I recognise a voice, and it's something I'm quite good at. And I think the same sort of applies to the celebrities on The Masked Singer. And so sometimes you can hear something in a voice and you think, oh, I know that voice, and it takes a while or a couple of the clues to pinpoint it. But I think I've done quite well this series so far. But no, I've not put any money on it. I haven't done that. I'm not a big gambling person, to be honest. I only do that. I only really put money on things like once a year. A couple of years running, I bet on the Christmas number one, and I managed to get, the first year I got, I think it was 170 quid. About 2 years ago, I bet on the Christmas number one, and then I did it the following year and I got it again. And then this Christmas just gone, I didn't bet on the Christmas number one, but I bet on the winner of I'm a Celebrity, and I got that right, and I got quite a lot. I got quite a lot of money because it was really good odds. But I'm not a gambling person, so I wouldn't do it a lot. It's like once a year. That's all. Judith says she never tells people who she is when she rings up. No, we can normally guess who you are.
We recognise you, Judith.
Yeah. Once seen, never forgotten. That's you, Judith. But no, that's the thing. I think that's it, Johnny. I'm quite good at recognising voices, and I did that once on Radio Cambridgeshire when you did a thing with Jez for the what was it? Who was at the tea party? And you'd had 3 little snippets of voices, and I got all 3 of it. I think it was the first time you did it, or maybe the second time you did it, and I got all 3 right. And then the next day I was rubbish and I got them all wrong. But do you like a flutter? He's asking.
Me? Only the lottery.
The lottery and the scratch cards.
And the scratch card, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Oh, and the national.
Oh yeah, we normally do something a little 50p each way on a couple of horses at the Grand National, but that's about it, isn't it? Really, but. Yeah, your scratch cards is your big thing, isn't it? Mm. She's always got a coin in her pocket, ready to do a little bit of a.
Not now, I have.
You have.
It's on the table.
Yeah, but only because you've not been out at the minute. If a normal working day, if you call in at the tea room and she's not in the front of the shop, penny to a pound, she'll be sitting in the backyard with them. And Michelle's watching. Michelle can tell you that that's right. Can't you, Michelle? Judith said sweepstake. You always did that. Did you used to do that when you used to work together? Do a sweepstake?
Don't remember.
Just don't remember.
That's a long time ago, Judith.
Anne's got to go now. She's being barked at, so it's Walkie's time.
Right.
Thanks for joining us, Anne. Thanks for sharing us, showing us your lovely cakes that you made, especially. You stay safe, and we'll catch up with you soon. See, Michelle's agreed with me. Yes, there you go.
She's got to work with me when we get back to work.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bye,
Anne. Dear gosh. Yeah, we've covered quite a lot of stuff today, haven't we? Everything from mashed potato and peas for the birds to your little spell in A&E and gambling. Mm. Christmas chocolate, Tina eating 2 whole Toblerones.
Yeah.
In the first 2 weeks of January. So yeah, we've covered quite a lot of stuff today. I hope you've all found it somewhat entertaining.
I thought I saw Peter's name up there.
Peter, nobody's commented.
I thought I see his name up on there.
On where? On
your mobile.
Oh,
Peter Pryor.
Oh, I don't know. He didn't comment, so I don't know whether he was actually watching or whether he just passed through and didn't realise what he was doing.
Oh.
Judith does the horses every Saturday.
Oh.
Somebody in the know then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a spell where I was really, really against betting on the Grand National and things, because I had this spell where I was thinking about how cruel it was. And I was like, no, because the jockeys hit the horses and everything. And then I was talking to somebody and they said, actually, the horses really, really enjoy it. If they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't run. So I'm sort of wavering. There's still a part of me that's like, I don't know, is it a good thing or not? But Johnny's put, what's the best way to cook cheese on toast?
Use the cheese slices.
Yeah. Oh, you like those cheese slices, don't you? The plastic cheese.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that on toast. It's best not to do it in a toaster because you find it will melt through and it'll all come out the bottom. So that's my one top tip. The second top tip is probably not to let it burn. But you've got to do your toast just slightly on both sides. I like my toast quite underdone anyway, to be fair, don't I? I mean, you could do my toast with a candle. Then proper butter. You've got to have proper butter on it. And then nice, it's quite nice to put grated cheese on because it melts better, I always find. Make sure you go all to the edges, whack it back under the grill again, wait for it to bubble. I don't know why I did that. But that's the universal hand signal for bubbling. Wait for it to bubble, and then yeah, lovely. No, not plastic cheese, grated cheese with Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Judith only picks the horses for their names. That's how we do it for the national, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You pick them for their names, basically, because you don't. We know nothing at all about horses or horse racing. So, yeah, if it's got an interesting name, great. Yeah, everybody's agreeing you've got to put grated cheese. So you with your plastic cheese. I will admit I do like the plastic cheese slices on a burger. You've got to have those sort of cheese slices in a burger because it works better than normal cheese. But not like you eat it on toast. That's just minging.
It's not.
Yeah, no. Everyone else is in agreement. It's got to be grated cheese.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Well, I suppose it's, each to their own and everything. But I mean, yeah. They're like 50p for a packet of 10. I mean, they probably have not even got any proper dairy in them, any milk in them.
When I worked up international, and Judith will tell you, we used to have one called processed cheese, and that was like a plastic cheese, and we used to sell a lot of it.
Yeah, it was probably because it was a cheap commodity, though, wasn't it? You know what these Chatter's people are like?
It was because they
love a bargain.
It was because it was creamy.
Johnny's put that we should do Gogglebox. You've probably got no idea what Gogglebox is it?
No.
It's basically a television programme and they film people watching telly and their reactions to it.
Oh, right.
It can be quite amusing. I've seen the celebrity one a few times and it is quite amusing. But we'd be no good at that because you'd be asleep. Because that does happen, to be honest. I was watching something on here the other night. It was when The Masked Singer was on. And I was sitting in that chair and you were on the settee and I turned to you to say something to you. And I was like, I'm wasting my time, she's asleep. She's not even seen what was on the telly, what I was going to mention.
I was just resting my eyes.
Yeah, but then when I said something to you, Judith remembers the plastic cheese.
Yeah, it's wrapped in gold paper. In a block, in gold paper. I'm going back a few years now, Judith.
Gosh, yeah. Well, we have nearly waffled on for a whole hour now. It's coming up to 3:30 nearly, so unless anybody wants to add anything in or ask anything in the last quick few minutes. Mealy sausages.
Yeah.
Johnny said the plastic processed cheese is made out of old rubber tyres.
Well, good on him. It's nice on toast.
Well, yeah.
But I do like ordinary cheese with Worcester sauce, but
Oh yeah,
but it's easy just to lay them slices on the slice of bread. When then I come in and eat it to play tipping point.
You've got your slice of cheese on plastic cheese on toast in one hand, and your stylus and your tablet here, so you can play tipping point. I suppose it's less messy because normal cheese would go quite stringy, wouldn't it? Whereas that plastic cheese, you bite through it and that's it.
No, it just sticks to your teeth.
Oh dear. Who made your cushions behind you?
Oh, I don't know.
If you mean these, I don't know. They've been here longer than I have.
Michelle makes cushions.
But Mum knitted, or Mum crocheted the blanket. That was Mum's handiwork. That's as old as I am as well, I think.
I did another one, didn't I?
You made another one during
In
the last
first
lockdown,
yeah.
We sat here the first company and cake we did, I think. One of the ladies that was watching, who lives at Maney, said, "Oh, I love that crocheted square blanket behind you. I'd love one of them." So Mum was like, "I'll make you one." So she sat here for weeks and weeks and weeks, crocheting squares, and then fitting them all together. And we've not heard from her since, so we don't know whether she wants it or not. So if anybody wants a crocheted square blanket, we've got one upstairs that we can pass on. Dear, thank you everyone anyway for joining in and sharing your comments and everything. Thanks for joining us. And oh, could you make Johnny a suit? We'd need your measurements, Johnny. I think we all leave that one there.
I've just knitted my brother a pullover.
Yeah, that took you a long time.
46-inch chest and down to his knees.
It was quite a big one, wasn't
Yes.
it? But you did get fed up with it in the end.
Oh, you're telling me.
You did get fed up with it. You'd maybe do like, with so many stitches on it, you did like one row and be like, yeah, I've had enough. Now I'm going to play tipping point.
Yeah. But I got it done.
Oh, you've got a kindred spirit. Jane likes to eat the plastic cheese just on its own.
Ah, so do I, Jane.
You need a lot of material, he said. And Michelle's just pitched in that she makes cushions, peg bags and all sorts. Just let me know if you need anything. Yes, a little advertising for Michelle. She's got her own craft business called Dreams Sewn in Denim. So you should look them up on Facebook. But anyway, that's about it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for pitching in and sharing your comments and the banter that we've had. It's been really good. And hopefully, I mean, we'll still be in lockdown. What month are we in? February. Yeah, we'll probably still be in lockdown next month. So we may well be able to do another one for March, but we'll keep you posted on the Facebook page. I might do a video tomorrow, show you how to make fat balls, because that's about all I do now with regards to making food, feeding the birds in the garden. So keep an eye out on the page and we'll just keep you updated with everything that's happening. Let us know what you're doing, what's happening with you, because we like to interact with you all and make sure you're all okay. And that's about it really. Can't think of anything else. Thank you for joining us. Hope you all stay safe and well. Good luck to anybody who's got their vaccines coming up. Hope you all get jabbed soon.
Johnny had his.
Yeah, have you had yours yet, John? I suspect you probably will have had one because you're probably classed as a vulnerable. But yeah, hope everyone's stays safe and does okay. And we'll catch you all again sometime in the future. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
I can't remember how to turn it off now.